F22 Raptor, the king of F around and find out of the sky. Today we're going to react to Matt Short's filming F22 Raptors over Alaska. Let's go. Here we go. Ooh. Air Force. Ooh. Yeah. Dang. ASMR, baby.
Great photography at its core is simple. Understand the mechanics of properly exposing
Dude, so
the
fucking
camera
handsome, bro.
and something interesting
Dang.
in front of it. A lot of people question whether these shots are even real. That's probably one of the best compliments I've ever gotten. I can assure you,
it's not AI,
it's
bro.
real. I was sitting on the ramp of a C-17 over the Alaska range with two F-22s literally 20 feet from me.
Sheesh.
We were also joined by the
F-16?
18th Aggressor Squadron out of Eielson that provided some amazing F-16 shots. They were so close I had to have them back off a few times because the tail of our airplane was casting a shadow over them. When you put yourself in a position like this, there's a visceral component that translates directly to the image. It's something the audience can feel. We thoroughly briefed the mission
just
ahead of
watching
the
it,
flight,
I can
so
feel it, bro.
everyone was clear on what I wanted to capture.
The dominance.
I printed out cards that the
Power.
pilots carried with them on their knee boards with
Silence.
details on each setup,
Not
so I could just get
technically,
answers
okay.
for each one as we went through them. And I let them know once we're finished, if we have the time, they could just improvise, do whatever they wanted, and I'll capture it. Giving pilots
sound,
that kind
bro.
of creative freedom usually gets me a shot
Freedom.
thought of. I like to sit on the end of the ramp with my feet hanging over the edge, so the shooting platform, in this case the C-17, won't get in the frame, and I can also grab those top-down shots. Obviously, this isn't a typical shoot. There's a ton of elements that exponentially up the
Freaking
bumper
hell,
factor.
baby.
Over the years, I've had quite a few shoots like this, and I've come up with a simple setup to efficiently get the shot.
And they say in China
This one
is
was all
advanced?
handheld,
Nuh-uh,
red
bro.
helium,
America,
mounted
yes.
gyro stabilizer with a gun sling. Here's the same setup with a Red Dragon. The bungee and the sling around my neck in conjunction with the gyro gives me all the stabilization.
It looks like a ball.
It also keeps me agile enough to capture all the action. I use a 24-105 photo lens with stabilization. It's wide enough to get all the aircraft in the shot up close and gives me enough reach for close-ups and detail shots. The lens is stopped down for deep focus, so it decreases the chances of coming back with a soft image, and in a scene like this, you want to see everything anyway. We're skimming the mountaintops, so there's a fair amount of mountain waves that we're flying through, making it a little turbulent, which is why having as much stabilization as possible is important. Shooting 8K with a higher shutter speed allows for stabilization in post
So
and
clear.
the ability to pull 35 megapixel
Flares?
stills from the video. Some
Look at the intake,
photography
bro.
purists turn their nose up at that, and yes, the pixel peepers will see a slight difference in image quality compared to a still camera, but at the end of the day, it's about getting the shot. I have to capture both stills and motion. We have a limited amount of fuel, time, and resources to make this happen, so not having to switch cameras and run through each setup multiple times just so I can get a pass for stills far outweighs trying to appease the comments from a few dorks on the internet.
Yeah.
Look, I know this
lot of
kind of
them.
shoot is wild. Dangling off the ramp of a C-17
Dude,
Raptors
look at
ripping
this
by
shit.
isn't exactly your average day behind the lens. But the truth is, it doesn't matter what you're shooting.
It is a masterpiece.
Aerial mission or your buddy's garage band. Every shoot is a proving ground.
Yeah.
You don't rise to the occasion. You fall back on your training. So train like it matters every single time. Because one day the pressure's going to hit, the clock's ticking, the shot of a lifetime is unfolding right in front of you. And when that moment comes, you better be ready to own it. Shoot as much as you can. Make your camera an appendage so the mechanics become second nature. Because when the adrenaline's pumping and your heart's in your throat, that muscle memory is what's going to carry you across
What
the
experience,
finish line.
bro.
This is one of those shoots that'll be burned in my memory forever.
Yeah.
There's moments in this line of work where you just stop and think, how is this even real? You're in the middle of something absolutely epic, knowing full well you may never get a shot at it again. And in that split second,
Once in a lifetime, I think.
you're here, you've earned this, and you got one job to do. Crush it. But here's the truth. If you haven't put in the reps and you don't believe in yourself, those moments will pass you by. Confidence
Well
doesn't just
said.
let you survive those high-pressure situations. It lets you excel in them. It allows you to slow it down, soak it in, and deliver when it counts. These kinds of shoots are rare. They don't come knocking twice.
Very rare.
And I'll carry this one with me for the rest of my life. So whatever you're chasing, chase it hard. Take risks, because we only get to ride this big blue marble once. And nothing cool ever happened by playing it safe.
Oh, it's done. That's it. Ciao.